So this week I'm going to highlight some of the recent cases that have been going through the rural court system in Saskatchewan. In Meadow Lake, the sentencing hearing for the 17-year-old boy who shot 11 people in La Loche has wrapped up, but now we're waiting on closing arguments. They were supposed to happen earlier this month, but it was adjourned after the Crown prosecutor in the case was appointed a provincial court judge. So a new Crown will now take over, and closing arguments have been rescheduled for October 20th. The teen, who is now 18 years old, has pleaded guilty to 2 counts of second-degree murder, 2 counts of first-degree murder, and 7 counts of attempted murder. The Crown is arguing that he be sentenced as an adult, which would carry a mandatory life sentence and would allow the publication of his name. The defense is arguing for a youth sentence, which carries a maximum 6-year term, followed by 4 years of supervision. And over to Melfort, where on Monday, Winnipeg semi-driver Normand Lavoie was sentenced in connection to that crash that killed 3 teens from Carrot River. Lavoie rear-ended the boy's car, which had been stopped in a construction zone near Spalding. He pleaded guilty to 3 counts of dangerous driving causing death and received 3-year sentences for each death. But the judge ruled that he would serve the sentences concurrently, which means Lavoie will only serve 3 years in prison. This wasn't a case of drunk driving. Instead, Lavoie told court that he was on autopilot and doesn't remember the moments leading up to the fatal crash in 2015. At the time, 14-year-old Justin Gaia, 15-year-old Christian Skalicki, and 17-year-old Carter Stevenson were returning home from a football camp. And in a sentencing decision out of Estevan, a man says he doesn't remember fatally choking his ex-spouse during a domestic dispute in 2014. Nathan Mullen says the last memory he has is of the victim, Leslie Dwyer, allegedly kicking him in the head, and that he doesn't recall what happened after that. However, he did turn himself into police and was charged with second-degree murder, but pleaded guilty to the lesser charge of manslaughter, admitting that he caused Dwyer's death but did not intend to kill her. The former couple had moved from Ontario to Estevan in 2012 for Dwyer's teaching job, and court heard that they were in the process of separating leading up to Dwyer's death. Mullen received an 8-year sentence, with the judge ruling that while the violence was brief, the act of putting one's arm on someone's throat is not only dangerous but life-threatening. As always, you can read more about these stories at thestarphoenix.com.